Hey guys, what's up? Another night, another video. and this is another late one, so I think you guys by now know what you're in for. I want to talk about free things today. And the first thing I want to say before I get into what I want to talk about is never mind, people say, it takes years and years and years to learn something, or it takes years to come to a realization. Well, in a sense, they're right, but on the other hand, sometimes it can go the other way around and vice versa. So it's amazing all that you can. Sometimes you can come to a realization in a day, and you can learn many things and realize many things within a day. It's not just necessarily one thing in particular. So I want to talk about three things today, and the first thing I want to talk about is realizing that no matter what happens in your life, whether it's death or family matters or not coming from the most of functional families, and I'm going to be talking about family a lot in this video. If you don't come from the most functional family, or if you don't get along with a certain family member, then you have to come to terms with that yourself. And secondly, the one thing you must never ever do, and I mean, don't ever do this. Don't do this at your workplace. Don't do this to the people that love you, your friends, what have you. Do not get disrespectful and take it out on other people. Because what that's going to do is no good is going to come of that. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to lose friends. And you could potentially get fired from your job. So that's not good at all. Because, you definitely don't want to get fired. The thing to do that I've learned, and I'm still learning, but so is everyone. Doesn't matter what age you are, in my opinion. You're always learning, but that's one of the things you don't necessarily want to do. You don't necessarily want, you can't, and it's not the right thing to do. You don't want to lash out and be rude and disrespectful, not to your friends, not to your boss, not to your coworkers, and not to anyone, but especially not to your friends and family. You might not always get along, but that's the same with any relationship. Whether it be friendship or romantic relations or it goes the same with any relationship. Doesn't matter if it's friendship or whatever. The thing to do is to talk effectively, and I've learned good, effective communication, one of the ways to communicate effectively is to, one, keep calm. And that can be said for, and that can be said for anything in life. It's very important to keep calm. Second, it's important to use I statements. For example, I feel this way, or I think that this should be done this way. And also a way to communicate effectively is, sometimes, to communicate effectively and get what you want, you have to act, be what's called assertive, instead of sort of, not being assertive and mumbling and just being sort of quiet. I know some people are quiet and outgoing, but it's important in some cases to be assertive. But assertive in the proper way. And thirdly, what I want to talk about today is, if you are one of those people that is having a problem in their life, things aren't going as well as they were, and you're choosing to get nasty and get angry at people, whether it be your friends, your coworkers, or whatever, that's not going to work out for you. No good's going to come of that. And you need to stop blaming people for your actions, and you need to wake the fuck up and realize that it's nobody else's fault but your own. It's nobody else's fault but your own. You can rationalize this all you want. You can go and you can rationalize it all you want until the cows come home. You can say whatever you want. You can rationalize it whatever you want. But, in the end, the bottom line is, it's your problem. You're responsible for your own actions, and you have to be accountable. It's nobody else's fault but your own. And, it's true. And I mean, like I say, you can rationalize this and you can rationalize this however you want. But in the end, it's going to be the same realization that you have to come to terms, and you have to come to the realization that it is you, and you have to take responsibility and be accountable for your actions. So let's make that clear right now, and share this video with somebody, because I guarantee somebody needs to hear this, because there's somebody out there that is not taking responsibility or being accountable for their actions. And I recently had an experience where things could have gone extremely wrong, and because of my disrespect and rudeness, I could have very well lost my job. I'm probably gonna go back to this video many a times, because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll watch one of my videos and just sort of go back to remind myself, to help myself and remind myself as well, because when I'm talking to you guys, teaching you guys, I'm also teaching myself, of course. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. And you can subscribe if you haven't already, and you can like and share and all that good stuff. Have a good one.